Welcome back to the Soul Food Podcast. I'm Michael Vakelic.
And I'm Shannon Meyer. Together we share insights and conversations to help you cultivate joy, peace, and prosperity while unlocking your limitless potential.
Yes, get ready for a transformative journey filled with laughter, strategies, and lively discussions that will inspire you to thrive in every area of your life. Hello, Jeannette.
Hi, Michael.
So good to see you again.
Yes, finally. Finally, yes. I'm very happy to see you
And
also.
we have been talking about a lot of different things, so we're all warmed up and ready to go.
Yes, straight.
We've been talking about just about everything under the sun, I think. And I want my audience to know Jeanette's she's being affected a little bit by the weather, so
Yeah.
we have to give her extra special love today.
Thank you. Thank you. I appreciate that.
Okay.
Yes.
And we decided we were going to talk about um dis-ease and
Yes.
how we handle dis-ease, right?
Yes, and it goes very well for today. Like you were saying, I've been just like 1.5 hours ago been touched by the change of temperature, I think, because I have a little bit not flu symptoms, but almost there.
Uh-huh.
And for me, I really, and that's what I was telling Michael, I'm going to do a tea with honey and lemon and vitamin C and the melissa. And I believe I can fight it. And I know I can fight it because it's now in the surface and it's not going, I'm not letting it in. And tomorrow I'm going to swim at 6 a.m. So,
Good for you.
yes, so I'm not falling into it. And it has to do with my mindset also.
Absolutely. So, and you know, I found that as you talk about mindset, I mean, mindset's so important, of course, in every area of our life. But I've heard and done research on a lot of different things, and there's a lot of information out there. But I've heard also that, when you take a lot of vitamin C, and when these different things that boost your immune system, you're convincing your mind,
Mhm.
yeah, I can really even I'm even stronger than I thought I could be, because I'm taking this vitamin C and I'm just so you're actually boosting your mindset about how
Mhm.
to stay healthy. So
That's
very
true.
important.
Yes, yes. And I really believe in that because other times I have felt like that, and I anyhow when swimming, it's a little bit cold water, but
Yeah,
afterwards I feel much better because I've been moving my body. I've been every time I swim or every time you do something that it's really aligned with, you feel very okay, no? So when I get out of the water, I feel every day I feel very, very positive. So this mindset, positive mindset, also allows me to heal whatever I have.
sure. You're boosting that positive
Mm-hmm.
chemistry,
Yes.
So there's many different, chemicals that are caused through X or boosted by exercise.
Mm-hmm.
If I have a bad morning, something's off, something's not feeling right, and I jump into exercise. I go through that 40-minute, whatever
Mm-hmm.
exercise, and it inevitably it changes my outlook.
Yes.
Just make yourself do it.
Yes. Yes. It's just a initial push, but
Yeah,
when you're in it, you're in it, and when you're out of it, you feel much better, and you will definitely feel better in the way you feel in your body, no, the health. It will improve for sure.
yes, absolutely. So, and we also wanted to talk about this subject of when people really get a disease, right?
Mm,
So,
mm,
um, like we touched on chemo and we touched on, radiation therapy and all these things that people are being um that it's being touted as, a cure for different cancers and things. And I think it has a lot of mixed results. Okay. I don't know that I don't think I would ever jump into that because I think we have a lot of power. We have a lot of power over our health. Um, but it does take conviction.
Yes.
It would take several things. It would take, a belief. It
Mm-hmm.
would take a moving of the body, exercise. You need to keep yourself going, and you need to really believe that you can heal your body, that you have an effect on your own health, and then taking the correct supplement or, different things to even help boost that belief that you can heal.
Mm-hmm.
So it is helping your body, yes, but there's a lot of ways that we can influence ourselves, and I think we have a lot of control over that. What do you think,
No, no,
Jeanette?
I'm 100% with you. And belief creates a lot. So if I really believe it's not going to cure me, I won't be cured. I won't, I won't become healthy. Whatever it is, even if it's I don't know, whatever it is, no? Because the other way around, the placebo effect,
Yes,
it's the same thing. People are giving a sugar pill
right.
and they are able to heal from heavy or strong diseases just because they believe that the pill is healing them, and that's a placebo effect. So placebo effect really shows that our mind and we are able to heal our bodies.
I agree, and there's a lot of um, different studies on that, of
Mhm.
course, but yes, there are people out there who have taken, a sugar pill, as you said,
Mhm.
but they're told by authority that they really believe in that this pill cures your XYZ. They
Mhm.
take the pill and then they believe it. Now, here's here's I think there's a lot of ways this can go because basically the disease, if you believe more in the disease than you do in the ability to cure yourself or
Mhm.
the pill to cure you, you're going to come, it's not going to work for you because you're so strongly believing that, oh, this disease is going to take me out, you know. So it has there's so many ways to look at this. But ultimately, I believe it comes down to your own power to
Mhm.
focus
Mhm.
on health.
Mhm.
However, or whatever you're dealing with, how you focus on it and how much you believe it. Now, this leads me to a whole nother area where, I mean, we've all heard about affirmations, right?
Mhm. Yes.
Now, I have mixed beliefs about affirmations because eh, affirmations, you absolutely have to, you can say, here's the thing, consciously I can say, wow, am I healthy? I'm vibrant, I'm this, I'm that, I can lift 300 pounds, I could run a mile in 4 minutes, I could, I mean, all these different things. I'm so healthy, I'm so vibrant, I'm so filled with joy. It, and unconsciously, this is conscious thought, and you're speaking it. Okay. Those words are powerful.
Mhm.
All that you're speaking is powerful.
Yes.
But unconsciously, if you don't believe it, you're wasting your time.
Empty
There's
words.
an unconscious voice, a voice inside that keeps saying, no, you know what? I don't feel
Mhm.
very good. And I'm not, I feel, really run down and I have this disease and nothing ever changes for me. And I mean, if you have an inner voice that talks to you that way, it's overriding whatever affirmation you're speaking. Does that? Make sense?
Yes, I was saying it's empty words, but at the end they're not empty. They're the other way around. Like you were saying, if I'm speaking words, positive words, but I'm thinking while I'm speaking those positive words, I'm believing and I'm thinking, no, they're not true. So in reality, it's not empty words, it's really negative words. It's
Yeah.
like what you're saying, I'm overriding what I'm saying with the to what I'm listening and saying, but in reality I'm believing and feeling something different because in 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 the belief and the way we create a belief is through the feelings and emotions we put into the belief, no? So in
Mhm.
reality, that's what creates the outcome, the feelings and
Well,
the emotions you put in a certain belief, no?
yes, absolutely. I believe, well, from my teachings,
Mm-hmm.
it is your state of mind.
Mm-hmm.
The state of mind includes, some people say it's a belief. You have a thought about a belief, and that creates an emotion. Okay. Some people say it's the thought and a belief combined, and
Mm-hmm.
that creates the emotion. So I
Mm-hmm.
don't,
Yeah,
I don't
yeah.
know. The belief probably causes the thought. But anyway, that belief and the thought and the emotion, those three are a state of mind.
Mm-hmm.
They are a state of mind, and that state of mind causes, each thought you have causes a chemistry or a chemical reaction in the body. So that I've talked about this before, but yes, so beliefs are so important. And there's been many different people, many different ways people have looked at this. The biology of belief, there was Bruce
Mm-hmm.
Lipton, there was a lot of different people who have
Yes.
studied this. And you're, you're affecting your chemistry in the body by everything you say to yourself, everything you truly believe. And even if, I mean, you do an affirmation, and I mean, because I've done this, I've
Mm-hmm.
done affirmations and they've become so powerful. I am so joyful. I'm like, yes, 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 this has got to happen. But 2 hours later in the day, there's that little voice again going
Mm-hmm.
on and on and on. That's what I really believe.
Mm-hmm.
To get that affirmation to overpower that old voice, that
Yeah.
old way of seeing yourself is key. You have to override that. You have to really believe what you're saying and believe it even so that it takes over your self-talk.
Yeah.
So, it took a lot of years. Took a lot of years, and sometimes my self-talk will still get, off there. But you become very aware of it. Oh, stop. Let's shift to gratitude. Let's look at this. Hey, look at that over there. Isn't that beautiful? Hey, isn't it wonderful? There's my favorite one now.
Mm-hmm. It's the awareness.
It is.
Again, it's the awareness of your
It is.
thoughts and the feelings and everything, the self-awareness of what's happening in every moment so that you are not creating what it's against you.
Well, back to, I mean, how much power we have over disease.
Mhm.
Even, I mean, I've had challenges, and there are challenges that run in my family. Um, you know, uh, but I've overcome them because of that awareness, because I am very committed to that. Okay. Because I'm very aware of it. And um, it takes a while to override that and
Mhm.
to really consciously choose a different way of thinking when those thoughts come back. Because you're raised a certain way and
Yes.
you're conditioned to think a certain way. So, but anyway, affirmations, I thought that was a really, it's relatable because a lot of people use affirmations. They say, well, look, they're not really working. What
Hmm.
what do you really believe? What
Mm-hmm.
do you really think? You can repeat affirmations for 15 minutes, 3 times a day, but what do you really think? What are
Yeah.
you really thinking?
Yes.
So,
Makes the difference.
yeah. So what do you do, Jeanette? I'd love to hear what you do on a daily basis to keep yourself positive and healthy and strong and
Well, as I said, I swim.
yes,
And
good.
but in addition, I really am I've learned to be self-aware of what's happening inside of me. So the
Mhm.
thoughts and triggers and beliefs and all those things, no? And to and the feelings, no? If what I feel and why I'm feeling, and then accept them. If and not push things away or not to drag them, not to hide them, but really to realize what's happening and tackle that, no? So it's really, yeah, and being present, being the heart for me, it's the baseline. It's it's important. It's abundance. It's success. It's really to be here with you now.
Hmm.
Now I'm here with you, but it's really to be present. And being present calms everything down. No, I'm grounded. I'm in a stressful day at work. I'm realizing I'm stressed, and then I'm able to move my mindset, change it because I'm realizing it, and maybe stand up, go for a tea or whatever, but really not letting stress overcome me because I'm realizing it's happening. So really being present, being in the now and aware of what's happening. That calms
Yes,
me down and that makes me, yeah, and I say it being in the heart, no, it makes, grounds me, centers me, and from there I'm acting, I'm responding.
very good. Very nice. Yeah. So the exercise, being present, being
Mm,
very aware
yeah,
of when things start to shift for you, when you're feeling a little bit off, and coming back to the present. Yeah, that's
yeah,
that's great. That's
yeah.
great. It really
And
is.
then coming back to the present also helps you not to worry, no, because people worry a lot, and worrying doesn't bring you anywhere because worrying is the future. The future you cannot control. And and as you go into a situation, it will be as it is, and it won't be like you were worried about, because whatever you worry will never happen in the way you think it will happen, no? So that has taken off a lot of burden and a lot of but it has given me a lot of calm in the day to day. Just not to worry, just to be here.
Good. Good. Yeah. Most of the things that we really worry about, I mean, never come true. They
No,
just don't
no,
come true.
no, no. It's based on the fear we have, or the
Right.
shame we have, or so many things that are not reality.
Well, and well, there's you could get into a whole nother thing here, but what you're saying about coming back to the present moment, being aware of when you feel off is very important. Then shifting your mindset, being in the present, getting back to your heart. eh, Stop listening so much to the mind. I mean, and this is
Very
very
important.
important for people who have an overactive mind. Okay. Uh, Mine, even to this day, it just never stops. It never stops. It's very difficult for me to quiet my mind, totally quiet it. So meditation and being in the present is like key for me, and I do that several times a day. And this helps bring what you really want into your life because you're not overthinking all these different ways things could go. You just, it's, and all that leads to nowhere. I mean, yeah, you're it is a form of worrying. Overthinking is a form, I believe, of worrying about something that hasn't even happened yet. I mean, or even if you're overthinking something in the past, you wish it would have gone different or this or that, just take the learning and come back to the present. And that's all. I mean, next time something happens, you know better, you know. So many ways that we can keep ourselves calm and disease free.
It's what I was going to say, this worrying and this and what you were saying, the overthinking. At the end, it's making us sick.
Hmm. It causes stress
Yeah.
and yes, anxiety and you're and most of the time or many, many times, and I don't know, do you tell me if you feel this is true?
Mhm.
A lot of the things that you think about, and even when you're thinking about other people, it's not really true. They're not thinking that. You're thinking,
Yeah, yeah. You're projecting yourself with your
right,
experience, with your everything, not them. You can never think what they are thinking.
right. You don't know what they're
Their
thinking.
perception, you don't know their perception. You have yours, but
So it's so funny if you can, if you could get to the point where you could just laugh at it and like,
mm,
oh, there it goes again, and then like you said, go get a cup of tea or something.
yeah, stand up.
Go swimming,
Yeah, stand up and forget about it. You cannot do anything. Just stand
do
up.
a workout,
Yeah.
go for a walk, call a
Yeah.
friend,
Talk to the
right?
dog.
Absolutely. Do a podcast.
Do a podcast. Being in the now, present. Really, the important is being present.
Okay, I know. I was kidding.
But no, that's why do a podcast. Be present as we are.
Absolutely. So I really hope this helped people. I
Mhm.
hope this helps to calm the mind, to understand how powerful your thinking, your thoughts are, how to use affirmations. I mean, we went over how to get back into the present and be aware. There's a lot of beautiful things here, and I could go into some really nasty stories. I mean, because members of my family, I watched them go through years of chemotherapy, and it
Mm,
was I mean, in the end, the doctor throw up their hands and say, "Well, we can't do anything more for you."
mm,
So, and I think I watch these chemicals pour into their body,
wow.
and they really believe the doctor.
Yeah,
Yeah, we're going to cure you. We're going to fix you up here. And I watch them, just shrivel up into
yeah, do
a, a,
nothing.
a nothingness. It was horrible to watch, horrible. And I never really believed it,
Yeah.
but some people really believe what they're told, and I think the whole process it's a huge business. It's a
Hmm.
huge business. Okay.
Yeah. I have a friend. She was told she had to do a mastectomy
Mm,
of the two breasts.
mhm.
And she didn't believe in that. She said, no, it cannot be. And she went to 9 doctors. And finally, one doctor told her, you just have a little limb that it can be taken away. It's just a risk that you are going to have cancer, but it's a risk.
Yeah.
And so that was taken away from her. She didn't do the radiology afterwards. And today she's pregnant of
Mm,
of a young boy, but and already 7 months old. So 7 month
pregnant.
baby, yeah, pregnant.
Okay.
And she, if she would have listened to 7 out of 9 doctors, she wouldn't have breasts anymore.
Hmm.
But she felt and she knew that wasn't true, and she was searching, and she went through a lot of misinformation, misdiagnosis, and also, well, she was told, well, you will have very nice breasts, after everything. And she will say, well, I won't say what she responded to the doctor. It was very funny what she said, but she just didn't believe in that. And she then found the explanation. And she has her two breasts,
And
and
today
no
she's
problem.
okay.
And
She's okay.
that was 6 years ago, and she's very okay and is pregnant now also. So
Okay.
no issue with anything because she believed in something. Let's say, she knew it wasn't true deep inside of her. She knew it wasn't true, so she was resilient enough to go to several doctors and find one that she believed in. She felt that was the truth, and she did undergo that um, little surgery.
Yeah, you're touching on a very deep subject for me because
Mhm.
I watched people, go through horrific things, but and I truly believe in the end, this whole process took 6 years, but I believe they actually made the cancer worse. If there was cancer in the beginning, as you're saying,
Yeah.
take a minimal whatever steps you need to take and minimalize it, right?
Mm.
Minimalize risk. Okay. But when you go through 6 years of chemo, I mean, the cancer had spread from breasts into every organ in her body. It had crossed the barrier into her pancreas. It was
Mm.
everywhere.
Mm.
And, you keep feeding these chemicals into people. Do you think your body's going to react? I mean,
Mhm. Mhm.
so do I think that they helped or hurt? That's always been a big question,
Yeah.
you know, um,
Yeah.
because the chemicals are awful. I mean, I,
Mhm.
I would sit there watching this happen, and I could tell it was toxic. I could
Yeah.
feel it. I could
Mm.
feel the toxicity. So that I don't know. Did it make it worse?
Yeah. I just, yeah, I just say we don't have, again, we have such a huge inner wisdom,
Yes, we do.
and we don't have to believe everything we're told.
Yes,
We can always listen to what we intuitively feel, and just investigate a little bit more on that side and what you're feeling, no? So that you don't fall into sometimes businesses, no, making money, you fall into a trap. It doesn't mean that it's all the time, but you fall sometimes into traps that are not beneficial for you.
right, right. And I absolutely, I mean, to make the statement again, I believe
Hmm.
that we have a lot of power over our own
Yeah,
health.
yeah,
There's many things we can do to keep ourselves very healthy.
yeah.
So
And we are limitless.
there we go.
We are
Limitless.
limitless.
I,
Yes.
I'm I'm flying tomorrow. Did you know that?
Oh, yeah. Very good. Me too.
All right, Jeanette.
Well, thanks so much. Thanks, Michael. Thanks so much. And thanks, everyone listening. Always
Yes,
happy.
absolutely. And please reach out with your questions. Yep, absolutely. I'd love to answer questions. I really would. And
Yes.
if you have an issue or if someone has something going on, a question they'd really like to have answered and they'd like to be on, or be part of the show or part of the podcast, we're welcome to exploring that too. Absolutely.
Mhm. Yes. Thank you so much.
Okay, thank you.